Exact same color green. The Stewartville goaltender has green, and so does the Faribault Falcon goaltender. So hopefully we keep that straight. Anyway, the kick's out of bounds off the kickoff, and it'll go to Faribault here. They're moving left to right on your radio dial. Stewartville right to left. As the two-hand pass comes in, and it's kicked ahead by Stewartville. Faribault trying to gain control. Stewartville stolen, and they're going to motor down the field. As with the ball's Colton Kropp, he's a junior. He'll pass it toward midfield. Gets it to his teammate, Charles Berger, the junior. They go right side, and it's kicked from way deep. There's a header by Faribault that's going to go just to the right of the net. And obviously Faribault will gain control. Again, Faribault's goalkeeper is Omar Ali. He's a junior. And he says, you can take this. Lets the teammate kick it out. The teammate is Leighton Anderson, a junior. He'll kick past midfield. Knocked off the thigh of the Stewartville Tiger. He's going to go right to left. They're at that center circle, or thereabouts. He passes it behind toward the goal that Faribault wants to gain, the Stewartville goal. And the kick past midfield is knocked down by Faribault. That was a nice pass, too, over to his teammate. Abi Hussein is a junior. Got quite a few juniors on this Falcon team. And now Stewartville gain possession. Kick from midfield is going to be another header by Faribault. It's going to pop over to the left side, far side of the field. Stewartville giving chase and kicking it back toward their goalkeeper, and he just got there before the Falcon did, and he's going to punch it way out. It's picked up by Faribault, and they're going to punch it back to their goalkeeper, who's going to pass it ahead to Lukman Madej. Lukman Madej, he's another junior. As Faribault trying to gain some, it's kicked out of bounds, I think, off Stewartville. But I was wrong. It's not off Stewartville. I thought it was. So Stewartville will inbound it on the far end by Faribault goal. The kick is forward. Stewartville gains possession of the ball for an instant. Faribault showing some pretty good ball handling skills. There's a pass toward midfield that's picked up. It's knocked down by the Faribault defender that time. Is trying to get it ahead was Lucas Nelson, a junior, and it's knocked out of bounds off Stewartville. So they'll inbound it again. Well, Faribault inbounding it is Tin Tron. He's a sophomore. Passed it in. It got back to him, and now it's going to get knocked out of bounds off Stewartville again. And the Falcons will inbound it right in front of us. Here at Ball Field. Inbounding it is Lukman Madej. And that's going to go off Faribault. So we'll have another inbounds pass. People who get the most exercise in this soccer match are the ball boys. Or girls, depending on, what they might be. And here comes Stewartville. They looked like they had a little bit of a breakaway, but he lost control. He kind of overran the ball himself. And here comes Faribault back the other way, dribbling it up the field, left to right. Pass goes ahead. It's passed back. Unlike basketball where there'd be over and back, there's none of that here. And then the ball is about, I'd say about 10 yards from midfield. Now it goes back the other side. The Faribault defended goal. Pass to his left on the far side is the ball. Stewartville's going to gain possession, or try to. Passes it behind, is passed ahead, knocked off the foot of one of the Tigers. Picked up by Faribault's George Cisneros. He's a senior. And now it's kicked way ahead, and Faribault's going to try and motor down the field and gain possession of it. They do. They're trying to set up an offensive play here. As Faribault to the right of the goalkeeper is the ball. Stewartville's going to kick it out of bounds. Try to get it away from trouble, I'm guessing. Putting some pressure down there was Cullen Cox. Now Stewartville will inbound it. It's kicked partway down the field. It's intercepted by Faribault. Faribault, they're not quite at the center circle here. Kicks it, nice knockdown off the thigh, and a pass ahead to the sophomore. Sophomore at midfield, lost possession of the ball, then had it stolen and got it back. There's a kick ahead to Abdi Hussein. Hussein doing some nifty dribbling, kicks it, and it's over the goal. He was about 25 yards out and kicked it over the goal. So there's a ball back there somewhere that somebody might get as a souvenir. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. They don't allow that to happen, do they? So the Stewartville goalkeeper, and I did not catch his name, I'm sorry, kicks it out to midfield. I thought Dave said 29. There's no 29 on my roster. So we'll try and track that down for you before we're done. As Faribault passing left to right. Now the Stewartville Tigers gaining possession is Lucas Yenny. Yenny will pass it to his teammate Kropp. Kropp will kick it off to his right. It goes off the leg of the Tiger, but Stewartville gains possession anyway. Pass goes to about midfield. That's where the ball is right now. It's knocked off of a Falcon leg. Stewartville on the far side looking to gain possession. Faribault kicks it. Now Stewartville gets it to midfield. And they'll try to motor up the field here. Well, the Stewartville Tigers. Pass goes just outside the box. It's kicked up in the air again. Doing the header is Stewartville. Faribault off the chest, the Falcon, and now it's kicked out of bounds by the Stewartville Tigers. We got quite a bit of action. Jonas Hansey Jr. kicked that out of bounds. Faribault will pass it in. And the young man leaves it for his teammate. He says, you can do that. Cullen Cox passes it in. It's knocked out of bounds by Stewartville. Cox will pass it in again. And then almost got kicked out of bounds by Faribault. Now gets kicked out of bounds by Stewartville right in front of us. Pass comes in off the foot of Hussein. Hussein passes it behind him. It'll be kicked off to the left. They thought they had numbers over there. Stewartville Tiger falls down, and actually it was a fortunate slip because he fell right by the ball. Pass goes over to the young man who had fallen down. On the far side, trying to dribble up the field. He'll pass to his right. Stewartville in position maybe. Nope, he's missed the target. He had a man coming down the middle of the field, and he missed him. Faribault would chase on the near sideline, gain possession of the ball, bring it back up the field. That is G. Favreau. Favreau gets it to midfield. It's stolen by Stewartville. There's a kick, and it's wide by Stewartville. Right about the top of the box. And the kick was taken by Logan Quam. He's a senior. Gordy Kosfeld here at the KDHL Sports Microphone as boys soccer from the Ball Soccer Complex here in Faribault on the south side, not too far from Divine Mercy Catholic Church. As they're still tussling for the ball on the far side, we're in the zone that Stewartville is going toward the net. Faribault now gaining control. The kick goes way downfield. Stewartville's goalkeeper will gain possession. He'll either leave it for one of his teammates or he'll kick it out himself. Looks like he's going to kick it out himself. He does. It's a boomer, and it's a header by Faribault. And another header by Faribault. Knocked down off the foot of Stewartville's Kropp. Is picked up by Faribault, kicked ahead off the far side. Can he save it from going out of bounds? He does. Pass goes behind him. Faribault doing a nice job sharing the ball here. Pass comes ahead. Again, midfield. Pass comes ahead. It's stolen by Stewartville. Boy, they looked like they might have had Joe Favreau on a little bit of a breakaway that time. They just couldn't get the pass on him. Lucas Yenny gaining control of the ball. Passes to his right. Trying to cut in front and steal it is George Cisneros. Ball's over by the far sideline. Stewartville tracks it down. Coming up right to left on your radio dial. Pass ahead, knocked off the Faribault Falcon. Now they're trying to gain position. They're in the box. There's the kick and a save. Nice save by Ali, the junior goaltender for the Faribault Falcons. Dove to his left and didn't let it go in. Still no score. 29-29 to go. As motoring down the field is Faribault. Nice pass ahead. Good ball control here. Pass comes behind to Faribault. Faribault gets it behind him to Eddie Yetzer, the junior. And on this possession, almost everybody has touched the ball on the Faribault team. Cox has it. He'll kick it ahead. They're going to kick it back to him. No, they're going to kick it just outside the box. Faribault, there's a kick toward the box. It's a header by Stewartville. Knocked ahead. The Tigers trying to gain possession. A back pass is picked up by Faribault, and they'll pass it. And then there's an interception by Stewartville, knocked down by the Faribault Falcons' Abdi Hussein. Hussein gets it ahead. And then the ball's going to go out of bounds, I think. Nope, they didn't quite make it out of bounds. Faribault Falcon and a Stewartville Tiger going after it. As they're right to the side of the goal that Faribault is attacking. Stewartville's going to knock it out of that box. It's kicked back toward the box. Knocked down by Faribault. Kicked ahead by Stewartville. There's a header by the Tigers, but there's nobody for Stewartville ahead of them. And so Faribault ends up with the ball. Nice pass off to the left. As the Falcons gain possession. Pass goes to Eddie Yetzer. He'll try to get it in the middle of the field, and it took a high hop. It's probably a smart play that time by the Falcon not to go after it. He'll get it back from Tin Trong. There's a kick, and it's a save. He had some good mustard on that kick, too. There was Abdi Hussein, the junior, who kicked it from probably about 20 yards out. But the goalkeeper caught it. There's Hussein again with the ball. He'll pass it to his right. It's kicked, knocked down by one of the Tigers. Good steal there by Faribault, and they're going to kick it out of bounds. In disgust, he looks up in the air, says, "Why did I do that?" So the pass comes in by Stewartville. Down the sideline, it's kicked back out of bounds by Faribault. They almost knocked over their camera at midfield. The camera's higher than Troy and I are, and we're fairly high, as you can probably tell. Stewartville gaining possession again of the ball. They're kicking it ahead. It's knocked down off the foot of one of the Tigers, and now Faribault gains possession. Nice pass around the official that time. Is catching it on his foot with Cisneros. On the near side now with it is Trong. Trong will pass it down the field, trying to chase it down for Faribault. Is Ibrahim. On the far side, Faribault has possession. Well, both teams have had good opportunities to score here, a couple of them. But they have not been able to do so yet. As Trong has it, Trong will pass it toward midfield. Ooh, a nice little nifty move that time by G. Faribault. Comes back toward midfield off the Stewartville hammer. Now pass. We got pretty good spacing on the field here, and then sliding and kicking it out of bounds that time for Faribault was Lukman Madej. Two-hand pass comes in from Stewartville. The kick ahead by the Tigers' Levi Schrant. Schrant kicks it to midfield. It's knocked down by the Falcon. Falcons, again, the ball's about at midfield. Knocked down by Faribault's Joe Favreau. Favreau's going to toss it ahead. And here come the Falcons in attack mode. as Stewartville trying to steal it gets it ahead. Faribault ends up with it. We have 25 minutes exactly to go in the half. There's a kick, and it's going to be wide of the goal, probably from about 30 yards out. And it was Faribault taking the kick. So if we had a time of possession clock, I would say it was in Faribault's favor at the moment. And Troy said, Gordy, you were supposed to bring your time of possession clock. Well, I'm sorry, I forgot it. Stewartville kicks it way up the field. Faribault gets back nicely. Here come the Falcons, left to right. Pass ahead. It's knocked by Stewartville back into Faribault's territory. Stewartville trying to gain possession. Faribault has it. Nice job of keep away that time by Cullen Cox. Now there's a kick. Goes wide. Probably from about 20, 25 yards out. What you'd like to do, I would assume, it's kind of like hockey, right? You want to get that goalkeeper to move side to side to get him out of position so that you can pass it to a teammate on the side that's open and get a goal. And you got a little bigger net to aim at than you do in hockey. You got a little bigger ball to aim too. Ball's knocked down by the Faribault Falcons. At midfield, it's Hussein with it. Pass ahead, it's knocked down and again stolen by Stewartville. Stewartville pass, picked up by Faribault. Faribault motoring up, dribbling the ball left to right. Just beyond the center circle. It's picked up now by Faribault. They'll pass it to Trong at midfield. He'll get it just beyond the center circle. With it is Cox. Ball is poked away from behind. And now it's poked away from behind again. And it's passed ahead by Stewartville. Goes right off the back of one of the Falcons. They'll come back left to right on your radio dial. Stewartville gains possession. And they're in attack mode. Boy, I don't know how that Falcon got his foot on the ball, but he did. And that Falcon was Lukman Madej. Looked like it was a good hard pass, and he just stuck his foot out, and it deflected the other way. Stewartville in attack mode again. Off the foot of one of the Falcons, it comes ahead. Stewartville gaining possession. Pass goes ahead to Rester. It's stolen by Faribault. Faribault kick toward midfield. Good vision that time. Here comes a kick ahead. He was on a bit of a breakaway, but Stewartville gets back nicely that time as they tried to get it to Faribault. Faribault behind him to Trong. Trong is going to kick it to midfield. Oh, I thought he was in a perfect position to get the header Cox, but nope. It's going to go out of bounds. He was right in, midfield, just outside the box. And the goalkeeper is going to kick it out of there with 21:34 to go in the first half. Wearing the glow-in-the-dark neon green. Faribault's goalkeeper is also in green. It's not quite as bright as the Stewartville goalkeeper. Pass is going to go out of bounds, and Stewartville is going to gain possession. On the Faribault end, Stewartville, left-handed kick. There's another header. It's going to go out of bounds off the Falcons. They will inbound it right in front of us. Colton Kropp throws it ahead, and it was nowhere near the guy that I think he was trying to throw it to. Ball's kicked ahead by, nice leg job that time by Stewartville. And then Faribault, good quickness there to kick it out of there was Trong. There's a header that goes about 40 yards, and it's knocked down by Stewartville. Stewartville, young man takes a tumble. As with the ball is Kropp. Kropp's going to go to his right. He's going to kick it toward midfield. It's knocked down by a header of Faribault. Hussein's going to kick it ahead, just about to midfield. Stewartville We've got a lot of action here, but obviously no score yet with 20 minutes approaching to go in the half. As a header by Stewartville with nobody in the vicinity. Faribault's going to end up with the ball, but Stewartville is going to get the ball. And they're going to get a kick here. From way out, they take the kick, and it's way wide. Stewartville's, one thing we didn't think of is a light up here. Cody Clark on the kick. Kind of essential to be able to see, right? As the ball, Stewartville's end, the pass goes ahead. Now the Falcons gain possession at midfield. Just behind the center circle. He's at the midfield, and it's stolen away by Stewartville. Pass comes ahead to Faribault's Cisneros. Ball's kicked up in the air. It's a header by Faribault, knocked down off the foot of one of the Stewartville Tigers. Now motoring ahead with those long legs is Hussein. Hussein's going to try and kick it to his right, and it was a little off target. It's going to come out to Trong for Faribault. The Falcon's going to kick it to midfield. Sees a guy open. The open young man kicks it ahead, and there's another nice kick ahead. And the Falcons going to try and set something up here. Stewartville almost gained possession. Now they do get the ball. Kick comes ahead, but not to any Tigers. It's going to come down the field. Picked up by Faribault. Faribault saving it from going out of bounds, but then kicking it out of bounds is Madej. Now the pass in comes from Stewartville's Trenton King. He's a junior. King wearing the long sleeves under the short sleeve top. Kick ahead. There are a few Tigers with the long sleeves. Virtually all the Falcons are in short sleeves. Pass comes ahead. Nice steal there by the Falcon. Took it right off his foot. There's a pass ahead. They keep trying to gain possession to Faribault. Must be a good goal scorer. He's down by the goal, and now I think he might have got popped in the nose. Faribault kind of holding his nose there like he may have got popped in the nose. He's checking for blood. The official's coming over to make sure he's okay. And maybe it was the lip, one of the two. Black goalkeeper's got a good leg. I wonder if he kicks for the Stewartville football team. Kicked it well past midfield. Stewartville on the move, kicks it wide of the goal. Same guy that tried one earlier. Logan Quam, the senior. So Ali, the goalkeeper for the Faribault Falcons, is going to kick it out. And we'll see what kind of a leg he has. Nope, he's just going to get it to a teammate and he'll bring it up. It's knocked down by Stewartville, passed ahead, intercepted by the Falcons. Pass to his left up the far sideline. Tried to get it across the field at midfield and does to Hussein. Hussein passes it ahead. A couple of Tigers and the Falcon doing chase. Falcon gets it inside the box. There's a kick, but it's over the goal. Just inside the box. Probably about 15 yards out. Just over the goal. That was a good attack job that time by Faribault. As the number 16 is not on my roster. So Faribault trying to gain possession again. Pass goes to midfield. Now off to the left sideline, motoring down that sideline is the Falcon. He's going to kick it from that sideline and kick it out of bounds. Got good energy. Wish I had that kind of energy. That was Najib Abdukadar. If I mispronounce any of these, I apologize. I did have Brendan put down some pronunciations, but he didn't do the last name. He did the first name on that one. So Stewartville pass. Knocked down by Faribault. They pass it ahead to their goalkeeper, who's going to bang it out of there to midfield. It's knocked down off the foot of a Falcon. Stewartville ends up with it. They're about midfield. Now Falcons end up with it. On the far side, that number 16, who's going to pass it toward midfield. Gets knocked down by a Stewartville Tiger. Faribault trying to kick it. There's 3 guys, which means 6 pairs of legs right in front of them. They got knocked away. Pass goes to midfield. Faribault gaining possession again. Pass goes off to the left. And it's kicked toward the goal. There's a goal! Didn't I see a goal scored? Oh, handball. Oh, okay. I did not see the hand. Well, doggone it. I wanted to call the goal. 13:50 to go. We have no score. And see how long I can go. Goal. Kick out of bounds. Stewartville is going to gain possession, and of course all the action happens to happen away from us. You know, they can't be on this side. They got to be on the other side of the field where the benches are. Not on our side of the field where the fans and we are. Faribault's going to try and improve their spacing here. Kick comes toward midfield. It's knocked down by the Falcon. He's going to motor toward the ball. On the far side is that ball again. Knocked out by Stewartville. They knock it out of bounds. Do the Falcons, and Stewartville will inbound it. It's inbounded, it's stolen, and it's stolen by Stewartville. Now Stewartville tries to get it back ahead. Faribault knocks it down. Stewartville on the far sideline, dribbling it up the field. His legs get entangled with the Falcon. There is a pass ahead by Faribault. Now Stewartville, it's intercepted by Faribault. They'll kick it back ahead. A couple of guys for the Falcons trying to get back offensively this time. Stewartville does a nice job to track it down, and it'll be kicked out of bounds, and they say it's going to be Stewartville's ball. Got deflected by one of the Faribault Falcons. So Stewartville will inbound it to about the box. It's kicked to our right, kicked to the left, and now the Faribault Falcons and the Stewartville Tigers were tussling with it on the far side. It's going to be Stewartville's kick from just behind right about midfield. Towering kick is going to come in. It's going to be headed, and it'll be outside the goal. Young man who did the headers, it looked like he had fun. That's Charlie Waltman, Sr. Well, Faribault try and get that ball back up the field, left to right on your radio dial. Stole by Stewartville, kicked ahead. Faribault almost got it back. Stewartville now has possession. They'll pass behind to midfield. Now coming racing down is one of the Tigers. Stewartville's keeping a couple of guys back as the goalkeeper for Faribault, Ali, ends up with it. Ali will punt it. And it's going to be, well, I thought he was going to knock it down. Wasn't able to do so. It's going to go out of bounds. Tong looked like he wanted to knock that down, just couldn't do it. Pass comes into Stewartville at midfield. They pass behind, and they always keep some people back. There's a header by Stewartville ahead. Ali comes out of his goal and dives on that ball. And see if he punts it out again. Nope, he's going to roll it to a teammate and let him kick it up the field. Up the far sideline again they go. Wonder if the light's better on that side of the field or something. Stewartville going to kick it out of bounds. Nope. Knocked down by one of the Tigers and stolen away by one of the Falcons. One of the Falcons gets tripped going after the ball. Nine minutes and 46 seconds to go here in the first half. No score yet from Ball Soccer Complex. Long kick that Stewartville's just going to kick out of bounds and let, I guess, Faribault set up a play here. Cox will inbound it. He passes it in to the box. It's kicked toward the end line and then knocked out of bounds off Stewartville. Looked like it was off Stewartville. Now, they were pointing at the Falcon, but there's no way it was off him.
Corner kick.
So we're going to have a corner kick here. And taking the kick for the Falcons is going to be Eddie Yetzer. Yetzer's corner kick toward the middle of the field. It comes back to him. He knocks it down. He'll kick it back toward that center. Nobody can get to it. On the opposite side, a Falcon ends up with it. He'll kick it wide of the goal, and Stewartville will gain possession. Well, they had a golden opportunity there. As again, he didn't quite get as much into this one, did the goalkeeper for Stewartville, trying to get it up the field. Faribault ends up with it. It's knocked away. The Falcons had possession for an instant. Stewartville giving chase along with the Falcons. They kick it back to Ali. Ali kicks it ahead and out of bounds off the bench. One of the benches across the way. We're approaching 8 minutes to go in the half. Faribault has definitely had better scoring chances. As the kick ahead is knocked down by Stewartville. Stewartville from the side hits the side of the net. Ali, see if he decides to kick it out or pass it to a teammate. He puts the ball down. And he'll kick it out toward midfield. Knocked down by Stewartville. Almost stolen by Hussein. Now the Tiger will kick it ahead. It's a header right off the Tong's chest. Tong for Faribault giving chase behind the Stewartville Tiger who takes a tumble. And we'll get a kick here for Stewartville. Trying to kick for the Tigers is going to be Levi Schrant, the junior. Levi Schrant, I'd say from about 40 yards, kicks it, well, he tried to get a header there, and it gets hit off the side of the goal by Stewartville. Looks like they're going to get a corner kick here. They are. Lucas Yenny will be the corner kicker from the left of the goalkeeper Ali for Faribault. You hear the Tiger fans wooing. The kick ahead is knocked toward the wide of the goal again. Still no score. We're approaching 6 minutes to go in this first half. Well, we told you they've had 5 ties, Faribault Falcons. They've had 3 wins, 2 losses, 5 ties on the season. As Ali is just going to pass it off to his left. Stewartville Tigers end up with possession for an instant anyway. Pass behind. Again, they keep 3 guys back all the time. As the ball is out of bounds, Stewartville will inbound it near midfield. Two-hand pass comes in. It's knocked down off the foot of one of the Tigers. Picked up by Faribault. A little header ahead. Trying to gain possession, the Falcons. Again, on that breakaway, here's Favreau. He's going to kick it. It's going to be scooped up by the goalkeeper. Now they keep trying to get Faribault on the breakaway. G. Faribault, he's a junior. And they're going to try it again. Here comes Faribault. Well, first you don't succeed, you try again, right? Pass comes off to the right. Tong has it before it goes out of bounds. To the left of the goalkeeper. He'll kick it behind him. And he almost went out of bounds with the ball, but didn't. Stewartville intercepts. It's down toward the end line. Tigers trying to think, what am I going to do with this ball? Kicks it out. And Stewartville tries to get it out of danger, and they do. Up the near sideline. Going up the near sideline. Kicking it further downfield is the Tiger. Ali comes out of goal. It gets kicked out of danger by Faribault. They get it on the right side now. Ali goes back to his stand, and the ball goes wide off the foot of the Tiger. Guess who took that shot? It was Charles Berger, the junior. So Ali says, you can kick this out, and gives it to a teammate, and he kicks it right out of bounds. I don't think that's what he thought would happen. With the kick for the Falcons was Leighton Anderson, the junior. Faribault's going to inbound it now. Pass came back in off Stewartville. Off the foot is Tong. Tong's going to kick it ahead to midfield. Good angle shot that time, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Stewartville. Passing it in is Faribault. He gets it ahead. It's knocked down by Hussein. Stolen by Stewartville. Kicked toward midfield. He can't get it on his foot. The Falcon does. Now knocking it down, Faribault at midfield. Passes it behind him. Hussein's going to get it at midfield. And then it's going to get knocked out of bounds. And Tong says, come on nearer to me so I can pass it into you. And they do. Faribault has it. Faribault takes the ball toward midfield. Nice pass there to his teammate Cisneros. Ball ended up on the far side, and Stewartville's going to inbound it. It's knocked away by Faribault. Stewartville gets it back. Now the Falcons tussle with it. They end up with a steal. He falls down. The young lad who made the steal was Nick Sandpin, I think it says. He's a junior. Kick by Faribault toward the box. It's knocked down. And they're moving left to right on your radio dial. Hussein gets kind of tripped up going after the ball. Stewartville's going to pass it ahead and out of bounds. Quick get the ball to Tong. Tong can't get his whole hands on it. Now we'll pass it over to Hussein. He'll kick it ahead to Faribault. Faribault back to Hussein. And he gets right by that Stewartville Tiger. Tried to knock it off of him, but did not. It'll be Stewartville's ball. With the ball is going to be Lucas Yenny. He'll pass it in. Bringing it up is Kropp. Kropp dribbles ahead. Sliding to kick that ball out from his foot. The kick is toward the goal. It misses all the Tigers and goes all the way through, I think. As kicking at that time was Colton Kropp. And he says to himself, why did I do that? So Ali is going to wipe the sweat off his brow and say, phew, that was close. Sets the ball down with, we're approaching 1 minute to go in this half. Kick comes toward midfield, knocked down by Faribault. They're moving left to right in your radio dial. You know, you could sit in that house up on the hill and watch a game here, no problem. Right next to, that's an apartment complex now, isn't it, up there? I might have to rent me one of those when I get old. As Stewartville and Faribault are going toe-to-toe here, literally. 29 seconds to go in the half. Hussein gains control of that ball, and he kicks it toward the goal. And, ooh, my, a Falcon Had it intercepted by the goalkeeper for Stewartville. Throw it all the way down, kicks it all the way down the field. Ali picks it up for Faribault, the other goalkeeper. And we got 8 seconds left in the half, and he's just going to hold on to the ball, and that's going to be the first half. Nope, he's going to kick it. Kicked it with 4 seconds to go. It goes over the head. Here's Faribault. He's got no time. The time just ran out. Time just ran out on the first half. Our score, 0-0. So, we're ready. Cox kicks it. And Faribault ends up kicking it out of bounds. Stewartville will inbound it. Again, left to right in your radio dial this half. Pass comes in. It's not knocked down by anybody yet. Faribault intercepts. On the far side, it's at midfield, just outside the circle. Stewartville gains possession. Pass behind, kick ahead, knocked down off the chest of a Falcon, who one of his teammates will kick it ahead, knocked down off the foot of a Stewartville Tiger. Coming flying up was a Falcon. Stewartville and the Falcon giving chase to the ball, and he got knocked down, and so they're gonna have a kick here. The Stewartville Tigers, and it's pretty much straight on. Probably from about 40 yards out, kicked ahead. The Faribault Falcons had possession for an instant. They've not seen it yet in the Stewartville end. Here come the Falcons on the far right side. They say, there, Gordy, we're going to send it that way, just for you. It's intercepted by Stewartville, knocked down again by the Falcons. And again, everything's happening on the far side of the field. Both teams evidently like that side. There's a left-footed kick that's knocked down and saved by the Stewartville Tiger. He's a stocky young man, the goalkeeper for Stewartville. They got the #1 rated football team in the state. I wouldn't be surprised if they recruited that young man. Ball ends up on the far end of the field, and we still have no score. 2 minutes into the game, into the second half, I should say. Yep, that is number 29, and he's not on the Stewartville roster. Goalkeeper. We went halfway through the season or more and still don't have numbers on rosters. Today's world of computers. Kick ahead, past midfield, chasing is Faribault. Ooh, he says it's going to go out of bounds, so I'm not going to go all that way. And very smart man, conserve your energy. That's Najib Abdulkadir. Stewartville knocking it back into their zone. And their goal, I'm sure at half, was to get more possession of the ball than they have so far. We'll have a kick here from the left of Ali. It's knocked down by Faribault. They'll try to bring it out of the box, right to left, dribbling it up the grass ahead, and it's knocked down and almost kicked out of bounds. Faribault ends up with it, still on the far side again as the ball. Now Stewartville will gain possession, and they'll inbound it. Pass comes in. From the far side, it's kicked all the way down the field, headed by the Faribault Falcons at about, I don't know, maybe 25 yards. And now the official says Faribault gets the ball. They kick it ahead to Nick Sanpon. Favreau has it. He is a quick guy. Passes it ahead. It goes off the feet of the Falcon. Stewartville Tigers end up with it. Now Falcons get it back. Nice little back pass there to Hussein. Hussein gets it over to, I think, Favreau. He's going to kick it toward the goal, and another save by their goalkeeper, number 29, who's not on their roster. He can kick that ball. It's knocked down by Faribault. Coming up with this time for the Falcons is Cisneros. Might have to turn on my phone flashlight for light. Bear with me here, folks. I got too many apps on my phone. You know that? You guys have that problem? Too many apps on your phone? Yeah, it's not a good place to take pictures. Too bright of lights. I was going to take a picture of the field and the players on it, and didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. We have no score, 34-54 to go in this second half. As gaining control again for the Faribault Falcons. They're going right to left on your radio dial was Cisneros. Gets it to midfield. They chase, do the Falcons and the Tigers. Ball's kicked on the far sideline. One of the Tigers gets knocked down. And they say it'll be Tiger ball. On the far side, kicking it. For Stewartville is Levi Schrant. I will say Stewartville has their names all in caps, so it's easier to read than the tiny font that the Falcons have here. But the Falcons put 3 different rosters on one side, and they only have the varsity for the Tigers. That's why. Kick out of bounds again on the far side. They love that side. Had virtually no action on our side of the field. Ball's at midfield. Cisneros gains control for an instant anyway. Kicks it ahead. Stewartville's going to track it down. Try and pass it to a teammate. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Faribault's ball. Cox places it down and kicks it wide of the net. So the ball boy kicks the ball on there. Gribbles going to have a corner kick here from the right of the goalkeeper. Cox is going to try it again. Nicely placed, but it's kicked wide of the goal by Faribault. One of the Tigers might have gotten to it too. I didn't see it all that cleanly.
Okay, ready? Gordy, smile.
As the Faribault Falcons and the Stewartville Tigers continue to do battle, 31 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, it was fine.
Near side comes the ball. They finally got the ball to our side. As the Faribault Falcons have it stolen off his foot. There's a nifty move there by the Tiger. Coming up with it is Faribault. There's a kick, and it's a header by Stewartville. The kick was made by Eddie Yetzer. Far side goes the ball again. Stewartville trying to dribble it up the field, and they do pass it ahead. It's knocked down by Faribault, but then Stewartville gains it back. Knocking it down for the Falcons was Leighton Anderson. Now Faribault had, for an instant, they had the ball. They lost it for that moment, and now it's kicked ahead and knocked down by Stewartville. Cox trying to keep it down. The ball, knocked it off his chest, gets it down on the ground, kicks it ahead to the right. Faribault and Stewartville giving chase. It was off of the Tigers. It'll be Falcon soccer ball. Or football. Inbounded. Stewartville intercepts it. Cisneros is who they were trying to get it to. The kick comes away from way deep. Knocked down by their goalkeeper. He'll kick it out. Knocked down by the Faribault Falcons, but to a Stewartville Tiger. Kicked off his foot, but Stewartville gets it back. Pass goes beyond that Tiger, but another Tiger picks it up. Good dribbling that time. He'll kick it ahead. He's got a man on a bit of a breakaway, but he overshoots him. It'll be Faribault's ball. With 30 minutes exactly to go in this game, we have no score. 0-0. Pass comes off to the left from Ali. With the ball is Najib Abdukadar. The pass comes ahead. Stewartville had it for an instant. And the Falcons are moving right to left. They're in their own zone right now. It's kicked ahead. Abdukadar ends up with it. He'll kick it toward the center of the field. They're going to give chase, and Stewartville, oh, a great steal that was, but unfortunately he couldn't keep it on his foot. That was Nick Sanpon. Stewartville passes to the far side again. It goes to midfield. Faribault gains it, knocks it down. They get it to Hussein. Hussein loses it. Stewartville passes it ahead. Cisneros runs ahead to try and chase down whoever the offensive player is. It gets knocked out of bounds. Faribault and Stewartville going after it, and they say it belongs to Faribault. The Tigers said, hey, I got knocked down. Some Stewartville parents down here weren't too happy. But the Falcons will inbound it. It'll be Tong. Actually, it's not Tong. He flipped it to a teammate. Pass up the far side, goes downfield. Stewartville intercepts, comes to a not quite midfield. Now it's past midfield. Faribault's going to pass it ahead. It's kicked back toward the Stewartville side. Now kick back to Faribault's goal. Kick ahead, knocked down by Stewartville. Good leg work here is ending up with a steal that time as Faribault knocked it right off his foot. Pass comes ahead. It's near the side, our side. Some nifty ball movement that time by Faribault's number 16, who's not on my roster. And Cisneros trying to get it out of the, or excuse me, that was Abdukar, who inbounded now. I know he's going to hand it off to his teammate. Cisneros will inbound it. Passes it into a moving Falcon. Pass comes in to Hussein. Hussein gets by two Stewartville Tigers. Hussein is to the left of those two Tigers and to the right of the goalkeeper. Faribault. Hussein got it back to a teammate. It's kicked toward the middle of the field, but he overshot. I don't know if he saw somebody out of the corner of his eye going down that far side, but had a man in the box. And the Faribault Falcons and Stewartville Tigers will see Faribault inbounded on the far side. Again, the far side. That was a cartoon, wasn't it? Pass comes in. It belongs to Faribault again. Cox will toss it in. Overshot his intended target, or maybe the guy behind him was his intended target, but anyway, Stewartville knocks it back out of bounds. So we get to do this again. Right by the light pole is Cox. He'll pass it in, it'll be headed, and it's kicked, and a great save. That was a great save by their goalkeeper. That almost worked. On the header there, Hussein was in the neighborhood. The ball gets knocked down, and now Faribault trying to gain possession again. On the near sideline is the ball. Gets kicked to midfield. As kicking it was Eddie Yetzer. Now number 16, not on the roster, with the orange cleats. Pass goes ahead to Hussein. Hussein passes it over in the center of the field. Ball's kicked. It's deflected. Headed by Stewartville. Knocked down by Cisneros. Kick comes ahead. It was all by the official. Now dribbling it up is Stewartville. Stewartville gets it back in the Falcon zone with the ball for the Stewartville Tigers. Logan Quam took a couple of shots in the first half that I recall. Here's a kick from way deep. It hits the top of the goal and goes off. And that was probably from about 25 yards out. So Faribault will get possession here. Ali defers to his teammate to kick the ball out of there. And again, they really don't hammer it. Yetzer was the guy who kicked it out. Ends up going out of bounds off Stewartville. Faribault inbound on the far side again. Gets knocked back. He goes off of Stewartville again. Faribault again inbound it on the far side. Pass comes in. It's knocked off the chest of a Tiger. Faribault ends up with it. Kick ahead to get it back into the Stewartville zone. On the far side, Stewartville trying to gain control. Faribault jumping in front, and the ball hits the pole. I bet he couldn't do that if he tried. He hit the pole. Ball's at midfield. Faribault trying to gain possession. We have no score. We're approaching 23 minutes to go in this game. I told you they had 5 ties coming into this, did Faribault. 3 wins, 2 losses, 5 draws. They don't want to have another tie. Pass comes ahead. Cisneros had it for an instant. It's knocked out of bounds. Off the Falcons, Rashid Ibrahim. Cisneros is going to pass it ahead. It's kicked up in the air by 16. Hussein is who he's trying to get it to. Tiger does a nice job of boxing him out from the ball. Gets the ball back. Passes it on the left side. Faribault. Nifty ball work by both the Tiger and the Falcon that time on the far side. It's going to go out of bounds and belong to Faribault. They were looking to inbound it right away, but that didn't happen. Falcons are going to make a substitution here with 23 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the second half. The toss comes in. Faribault at midfield has the ball. Kick behind. They'll kick it back toward midfield. It's knocked down by Stewartville. Almost stolen away by Faribault. Comes to the near side. And a nifty steal there by 16. He'll pass it to the midfield. And he'll kick it. Ooh, just hit the top of the crossbar there. That was Cox. That was almost in. Just a little lower. When he first kicked it, I thought it was going to go in. I was getting prepared to say score. Well, hopefully I'll get to say it for the right team here tonight. As the goalkeeper kicks it ahead for the Stewartville Tigers. Again, they're number 9 on the roster. Wouldn't you think the goalkeeper would be kind of important to know? Kick goes ahead, and it's knocked off of Stewartville and out of bounds. There's no 29 on here that I see, unless they're not in order. I guess I didn't look. No, they're in order. There's no 29.
Say positions?
What?
Say positions? Goaltender?
Well, they say their positions, but there's no 29. The goalkeeper here is Brecton Rester, number 1. There's another goalkeeper who is Owen Buckmeyer, number 3. There's another goalkeeper who is Wyatt Bredesen. He's number 17. So the 3 goalkeepers, but none of them are 29. Now, there's no 16 in here for Faribault either. The 17 was crossed off. So, meanwhile, the action continues. Stewartville, the Faribault end, has a ball go out of bounds, and I think it's going to go back to Stewartville here. Going to get a corner kick.
So who's your goaltender? Who's your goaltender? You know who your goaltender is? Brecken? Brecken is the goalie.
Brecken?
Rester, yeah.
Brecken Rester's the goalie. So number 1 is number 29. Okay.
Offside.
Would have been nice if they had it right on the roster.
Thank you.
So the goal obviously is not made. Faribault's going to end up with the ball here and kick it out of their zone. They kick it across field, sideways pretty much. And then it's kicked out of bounds. Nope, there's a Falcon over there. He was hiding in the dark. Pass behind. Faribault trying to matriculate the ball up the field. There's a kick over to the right. And he punches it forward, but there's no Falcon to punch it forward to. I mean, none. It's going to go out of bounds. And so Stewartville will inbound right by a light pole. About 25 yards away from the goal, I would guess. And they don't have yard lines on the soccer field here. There's Faribault gaining possession. On the far side, again, is the ball. It gets kicked toward the goal. There's a header, but it's going to be over and wide. That was a nice attempt at a play. Cox tried the header, didn't quite go in. Well, he's had the 2 best goal chances here. I guess Faribault did get saved, a very good save earlier by the goalkeeper of Stewartville, who appears to be pretty good. Stocky young man will kick it over midfield. It's headed forward by Stewartville, chasing it down. The Falcon and the Tiger. The Falcon gets knocked down. And he's still down. He's holding his left knee. He's still down. Meanwhile, they continue to play. He's holding his knee. They're still down. He's kicking it ahead as Stewartville. It's going to go wide of the goal. And he's still holding that knee. Ibrahim will pass it in down the near sideline. It's going to go ahead, and unfortunately Hussein couldn't get it on his foot, so Stewartville gains possession. The young man will boot it ahead. Knocked down by the Tiger, and then Faribault gets it back. Cisneros to Hussein at midfield. Hussein sidesteps a would-be defender and then trying to jump over the other Stewartville Tiger, but they're going to call a foul here on Stewartville, a yellow card. Kropp committed the foul and even helped up Hussein, but yellow card. Ball's right at midfield. Now 3 guys standing side by side by side. And Stewartville's going to bring in a substitute here. Faribault's got everybody at the top of the box waiting for this kick. Here it comes from half midfield, and it's caught by the goalkeeper. I don't know if that's what he intended, but that's what happened. Eddie Yetzer with a kick. Comes back into the Falcon zone. We're approaching 16 and a half minutes to go in this game. No score. Faribault trying to gain an advantage. Ball's knocked down on the far side. Stewartville giving chase. Faribault just before it goes out of bounds ends up with it, but they're going to say now it's Stewartville ball. Must have dribbled it out of bounds. With Cox trying to save it. He'll have a breather here. They're bringing a substitute with the Faribault Falcons, coached by Brendan Cox. Coming in for young Mr. Cox is Mohammed Madej, the senior. Not superstitious at all. He wears 13 on the back of his uniform, and the front two for that matter. Ball's at midfield. Nobody really has possession. Stewartville's going to kick it back into the Falcon zone. Faribault will give chase back there by the box. It's kicked up the far side, knocked down by Stewartville over by the sideline. Trying to pass it ahead of the Tigers. And they do. And now Faribault has it for an instant. A nice pass to get out of there. The pass comes ahead. And Stewartville and Faribault giving chase. Faribault continues to dribble it down the field. Oh my. They almost got it all the way down to the box. Number 16 was there for the Falcons. Ball gets knocked down off of Stewartville, so it belonged to Faribault in the Stewartville end. Approaching 15 minutes to go in this match. No score. It's 0-0. I'd say Faribault probably has had a couple more scoring chances than Stewartville. Now Stewartville gets a nice steal. Kick ahead. It's headed by Faribault. Trying to get it back up right to left on your radio dial. They're the Falcons. Left to right are the Tigers. Another header by Faribault goes toward the far sideline. Picked up by Faribault. Kicked ahead by the Falcons. Now Stewartville has it at midfield. They kick it across right at midfield. Here's a breakaway. Ooh. The goalie Ali kicked it off his foot. That was a very brave move on his part because that looked like it was going to be a goal, no problem. Ali knocked the ball right off his foot. What a great move by Ali. Here's a header to kick it to himself ahead. He's going to be just to the right of the goalkeeper. Gets kind of pushed away from the ball. Gets back to the ball. He's on the near side trying to get it to his teammate, and he'll get tripped on the far side. It'll be Faribault's ball. They'll get a corner kick on this. So another golden opportunity here, maybe for the Falcons to get on the scoreboard and for us to say goal. Be highlight of my night. 13:37 to go. Yetzer is on the kick. Cisneros is standing at midfield. That's not who he's going for. He's going for somebody else and didn't get him. It's headed by Stewartville out of there. Cisneros trying to give chase. Gets kicked out by Stewartville again. Now the Faribault Falcons knock it out of bounds. So they couldn't get that breakaway going. It was a good job there by the Falcons' Rashid Ibrahim. Stewartville has it back in their zone. Now Faribault ends up with it at midfield. Now Stewartville gets it back, passes it ahead. They got 4-on-5 here. Here's a pass to midfield. It gets knocked away by Faribault. Now it's headed forward by Hussein. Now it comes back. There's a header by Faribault out of bounds. Cisneros. Pass comes in by Stewartville's Colton Kropp. At midfield, he knocks it down right at the circle. Pass goes toward the left. It's intercepted by Faribault on the move. They pass it ahead. And again, a kick ahead. Coming out of the net this time, again, is their goalkeeper, Brecken Rester. He's a junior. Rester will punch that baby down the field. He punts it all the way into the other side. There's a header by Faribault, a header by Stewartville. Knocked off the foot of the Falcon and out of bounds. It'll belong to Stewartville over by the light pole around 25-yard mark. Maybe a little higher than that. The Stewartville trying to kick it out of danger. On the far sideline, they motor up the field, dribbling it ahead. Faribault Falcon trying to stay with him. Pass comes back. Stewartville, now it's taken off by the Faribault Falcon, taken off the foot of the Tiger. Falcon ended up with it. Now the Tiger, as they're tussling for the ball. Both teams, and we're going to have a stoppage, and Faribault's going to get the ball. The official tells him where he wants him to put the ball. Yetzer picks it up, brings it to midfield, the circle. He's to the right. On the circle line on the far right, here comes the kick toward the goal, and jumping up and catching it is the goalkeeper for Stewartville. He'll throw it out this time, picked up by Faribault. Ibrahim saves it from going out of bounds, but Stewartville ends up with it. Pass ahead, nice steal by Hussein. Comes back from the right of the goalkeeper. Ooh, he almost made a nifty move around the Tiger. Tiger did a nice job getting away from him. He takes a tumble, and so did the Faribault Falcon Hussein. It's going to belong to Faribault, the ball is. As Yetzer is going to go off the field, and we have Cox coming back on. Also back on the field for the Faribault Falcons is Owen Voigt, senior. Voigt will pass it toward the goal. Gets knocked out of there. It hits about 4 pairs of legs, gets kicked all the way up to midfield, where it's chased down there by Faribault's Ibrahim, and it goes out of bounds. Stewartville will inbound it at midfield. They bounce it in. Gets kicked to the near side. Kicking it is Kropp ahead. It's caught by Ali. Goalkeeper for Faribault will roll it out like a bowling ball. And then it's going to be Hussein with he's got some really good ball handling skills. He'll kick it ahead, far sideline. Knocked down by the Falcon and by the Stewartville Tiger, and the official says that's Stewartville's ball. So they'll get the ball. Clock ticking. 8:55 to go. No score here in Faribault. A lot of action, but not any scoring. And the Faribault football team will be on Friday night, Power 96 Radio, 95.9 in your FM dial. Don't forget to download the Power 96 app or the KDHL app, both of them on your phone, and that way you can listen anytime, anywhere you are in the world to any of our broadcasts. There's a kick over the goal by Faribault again. A little deflection, I think, off the Tiger, who was trying to knock it off his foot. Hussein down there trying to get a score. We have a corner kick. This is Cox from the right of the goal. Keeper. It's almost straight on. Goalkeeper knocked it down, and for a second it was deflected so that Faribault could have gotten to it, but they didn't. Favreau's going to kick it toward the center. It gets knocked away by Stewartville. It'll go to the far sideline. It's about 20 yards out. Faribault will gain control, or try to anyway again. Now Stewartville steps in front. Pass comes ahead. It's knocked down by Faribault. Coming up with it that time for the Falcons is Cisneros. It's Faribault again trying to gain control here. A few different feet touch the ball. On the far side, it's kicked from that far side over the goal, down the hill, off the fencing. That kick was taken by Leighton Anderson. So Faribault is waiting up here, trying to get the ball in the offensive zone for Faribault. Stewartville, meanwhile, is dribbling it up the field. Kick ahead. Trying to get the angle on the ball. Nice job by the Falcon to get back. That's Najib Abdahar. Got some good speed. Stewartville, however, will get a corner kick here from the left of Ali. Corner kick will be taken by Lucas Yenny. Yenny kicks it right toward the goal, and it goes off for the top. The KDHO radio tower is off in the distance. Yep, not too far from where we're sitting. We're not quite that high. But we do want to thank Faribault Rental for letting us use this scissors lift. They got everything you can imagine over there to rent. And if you don't need anything, you know, something more than a couple of times a year, why would you want to buy it, upkeep it? Let them worry about that. This scissor lift, I believe, was less than $150 for a day. Just think of the painting you could get done with this thing. Get you up in the air. That was the one thing when I bought my house. I'm going to have permanent siding and I'm going to have central air. Those were the two things I wanted to have when I bought my house. I'm not going to paint my house. I did that for my dad, my brother, you know, when we were kids. I remember asking my dad one time, you know, what do you got us doing this for? He said, what do you think we had boys for? It's kind of a sexist comment, wasn't it? Back in the day. Anyway, 4:37 to go in this game. I don't mind the painting so much as the scraping and the prep work that I hated. Stewartville's going to have the ball at midfield. Going to get a kick here. Their teammates are going to line up for the most part at the top of the box, although they're kind of scattered a little bit. As he spanks the ball. There by Faribault to knock it away to the near side. And it gets knocked out of bounds by Faribault's Abdikar. Pass comes in by Stewartville. It's headed by Faribault. Oh, we almost headed it to a Tiger. Gets kicked out by Faribault. Then knocked back in by Stewartville. Well, there's about 4 minutes to go in this game. If somebody's going to score, it's going to have to be pretty soon. On the far sideline is the ball. And they're tussling for it. Falcons trying to bring it up the field. Right to left on your radio dial. Gets kicked way ahead. Stewartville gives chase. Faribault gives chase. And boy, does he got a motor. Gets to that ball almost as the Stewartville Tiger does. And it's going to go to Faribault off of Stewartville. And the Falcons will inbound it. That was excellent hustle. Inbounding it over by the fence is Faribault. They'll have a header by Stewartville. Ends up right in the box at the top. Kick toward the goal. Deflected by Stewartville and out of bounds. Cox was right there. And the officials are going to discuss something here.
If it was a handball or not.
Oh, okay.
And it's not.
No handball, they say. So the pass comes in from the opposite side. The right of the goalkeeper goes in the middle. The Stewartville Tigers kick it high in the air. It's headed forward by Stewartville. Faribault gains it and kicks it back into the Stewartville zone. Now it's headed by the Tigers. Kicked forward. Faribault trying to gain possession of it again as we're approaching 2.5 minutes to go. There's a, oh my. Hit the side post. Pass comes ahead. It almost went out of bounds. Faribault did a nice job saving it that time. As it was Tong who saved it. He'll kick it ahead. They're trying to get it a breakaway of some sort trying to get it to a Falcon on the move. Now the Stewartville Tigers will try to likewise. Tong gets in the fray. There's a kick toward the right, back toward Tong. Now a steal by Faribault of the ball. Stewartville trying to gain possession. It's kicked forward by Stewartville. Almost got the header, did the Falcon, knocking it down. Cisneros gets it back. And here comes Stewartville. They got a 2-on-1 at the moment. Trying to get back. Faribault does a nice job getting back. Pass comes out ahead with 1:40 to go in the game. Ball's knocked down by Stewartville. Now Faribault gains control, and this might be the final chance. They're going to throw it ahead on the pass with a leg to the top of the circle at the box. Now the Stewartville Tigers at midfield have it taken right off his foot. Hussein, they get it off to the right. Cox, ooh, he got tackled, literally, in the middle of the field. That's a different sport.
One minute remaining.
Well, there's actually 55 seconds. So they'll place the ball just, I don't know, probably 10 yards outside the top of the box, middle of the field. The kick is made, and it's another great save by the goalkeeper for Stewartville, Rester. He certainly has not rested on his laurels. Pass comes in with 25 seconds to go. It's intercepted by that's not 16. That was Rashid Ibrahim. Now it's kicked to the left to Hussein. Hussein's going to try and make one final move. He sidesteps and kind of shoves aside the Stewartville Tiger. He says it should be our ball, and they say, no, that's the Tiger ball. The official talking to the two young lads. Well, I guess it is Faribault's ball. There's 8 seconds to go. This is going to be the final chance probably for either one of these teams to score. It'll be George Cisneros. Cox standing next to him. Officials talking below us here. And now Cox will run away from the ball, and now they say it's Stewartville's ball. 8 seconds to go. Ball's out for a change of heart. Pass comes in. It's bounced. There's 6 seconds to go. Stewartville will try it all over again. 5 seconds to go. Inbounding it for the Stewartville Tigers will be Cody Clark, the junior. Can they score in 5 seconds? We'll find out. Clark will throw it in and didn't get much on the throw. It's knocked down by Faribault, and that's going to be the game.
2, 1.
That's the game.
Game over.
The Faribault Falcons, 0. The Stewartville Tigers, 0. For the 6th time this season, Faribault has ended their game in a tie. They have 3 wins, 2 losses, and 6 ties.